Hi there everyone, my name's Gary Marlowe and I'm from S4K and also Woods for Learning. What we've decided is we want to bring together our two fantastic companies and provide you with some brilliant ideas that you can do outdoors. And we're calling this S4K Outdoors. So we're going to learn lots of different things we can do just in our back garden. And that'll give you a chance to play outdoors, enjoy outdoors, learn outdoors. Shall we find out what we're going to do today? Come on then. Ha-ha, me hearties! Do you like my sword? We're going to have a go at making that today. So, shall we aboard the ship and see if we can make a sword? Come on then. So in order to make this sword, you need three things. You need a long stick, a short stick, and you need some string. So I've got my two pieces of stick, a long piece and a short piece. You can normally find those in the garden if you've got any trees. However, if you don't have that, you can make it out of paper, where you roll up a piece of paper. You can make it out of cardboard. So if you've got any, let's see, we could make it out of different boxes and things like that. We could make it out of cardboard. We can get those from Rice Krispies or Kellogg's packets and things like that. So, and we need a piece of string. Now, if you don't have string, you can actually just use your laces from your shoes. But remember, make sure you put the laces back. So here we go. So the first knot, actually it's a first hitch we are going to make is what we call a clove hitch. And we've created a couple of clips specific to different knots and different hitches that you can learn on a different clip. So this is how we make our sword. So we're going to start off with a clove hitch. So we make one Mickey Mouse ear, two Mickey Mouse ears. We then put the second Mickey Mouse ear behind the first Mickey Mouse ear and we put that on our stick. Roughly about that far. Long enough so you can put your hand on the handle. We now need to get our second stick. And this is the bit that's a little bit tricky. We can put our thumb on here. And then the second one we're going to do is what we call a square lashing. So we're going to go over the short one, under the long one, over the short one, under the long one, over the short one, under the long one. And we can speed that up. Over the long one, under the long one, over the short one, under the long one, over the short one, under the long one, over the short one, under the long one. And we're going to keep going. And we can do that until it's starting to look a little bit like this. And we're going to keep watching it. We want to keep that string nice and tight. So you notice when I'm pulling it tight, I put my thumb on here and then I can let go to then pull it tight again. So over the short one, under the long one, 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 over the short one, under the long one. What is it? That's right. Under the long one, over the short one, under the long one, over the short one, under the long one, over the short one, under the long one. And we keep going, and then roughly, when we've got that much string left, we're then going to wrap it round nice and tight. Okay, we can pull quite tight. And then what that's going to do, as you can see, it makes a kind of cross. We can then put that stick between our legs again, and then we can tie both we're going to wrap them round and round. We'll pull that nice and tight again. And the final one we're going to do is what we call a reef knot. So we're going to go right over left, and then we're going to pull, and then we're going to go left over right, and we're going to go under. And then if we pull that tight, and there we have our, almost looks like a cross that way. However, I now have my sword. Shall we aboard the pirate ship and we can do lots of games being a pirate? Aha! Now you've created your sword, why don't we have a go at trying to actually create a handle for it? So if we've got another piece of string, what we can do is create a really cool handle. So remember the first hitch that we did? Remember what it was called? That's right, it was the clove hitch. So the first one we're going to do, we need roughly that much. So it goes over the cross part, or the protector, and then we're going to leave a little bit at the end. We're then going to make one Mickey Mouse ear, two Mickey Mouse ears. The second Mickey Mouse ear goes behind the first Mickey Mouse ear, and then we're going to put that on the bottom of our handle. We're going to pull nice and tightly. We then need to put the long, this bit up, goes over the top, and then with a really, really, really long piece, okay, we can then start to wrap around and around and around and around. You notice what's happening with creating that handle, and we can make it, try and make it as neat as possible. There we go. So we're going to go around and around and around, and we keep going until we've gone over the top, till we reach the end. So I'll see you in a minute until I've completed this part. Welcome back. So as you can see, I've come to the end of my piece of string. I can add some more if I want. I could do a different colour, different type of string. I'm making sure it's nice and neat. And then what I do with the bit that we went over the top, we can use what we call our reef knot. Do you remember how we did it? That's right, right over left, and then left over right. Now that's a little bit loose at the moment, so we can make it a little bit tighter, I think. And then if we want, we can wrap it round again. So I'm going to just turn it round so I have roughly the same length. Ah, there we go. So we've got roughly the same length. Right over left. Now I could go underneath that one more time, which stops it from slipping a bit. So it can be a bit fiddly, but that's fine. So pull it nice and tight. There we go. And then left over right. So right over left, left over right, and then through the loop there. And there we have our cool handle for our sword. Don't forget, if you haven't got extra string, that's okay. What you could do is you could get a piece of paper, stick some paper on it. You could get some gaffer tape and make a silver handle. And you can decorate it any way you like. So that is our pirate sword. Why don't you have a go at making it and finishing it off with that handle? See you later.